by thanking you, Jason, for taking the time to chat with us here at The Christian Beat. We'll start with your current single and see where the conversation takes us from there.
Well, thank you so very much for having me on.
Absolutely. So, as I mentioned, I do want to start with God Can Use a Broken Man. And just maybe if you want to start by just telling a little bit about your first reaction to hearing that and kind of what you saw first in that song.
Well, you know what? There is a really neat story behind this song. And this is Zach Williams. I asked him back some time ago, 4 years ago almost, maybe even five. We were playing a festival in North Carolina. And I said, Zach, I need a song. And it seems like you got the pen right now that came straight from heaven. Everything that you were writing is right. And you know that I love the sound of the stuff that you're doing. He said, well, I just recorded a record and there is a song that didn't get on there that I think you'll do good on, but I think we're gonna do it on the next one. And I'm like, well, okay, but if you find anything else, you just let me know. Another record had passed and it still didn't get on it. And Justin, um, Jonathan Smith, we called him and asked him over at Providence if he had any songs that, man, we need a single, we need that thing. We have some other songs that are strong, but if you got something, please send it over. So Jonathan calls Ed Cash, which is another writer from
Mhm.
We the Kingdom, and uh, and also Zach Williams, and says, "Hey, we've not recorded this song on any of the records," and they released it to me, sent it over. Come to find out, it was the song that he was talking about 5 years ago. And so timing is absolutely perfect. This song is exactly what I needed, everything that I wanted. It's what I want to say. It's the message that I want to put out for people to grasp a hold of that. Yes, we are all broken, and thank God that He can use broken people.
Absolutely. And I'm sure that that's a message that is not only personal, but is also one that can be connected with so many of the listeners that are hearing it and have their own specifics
Oh,
and how they hear their own story in that song.
from bikers, people that have been incarcerated for many years. The first time I sang this out, this guy was in one of the biker gangs, a well-known one in the area that we were playing up in Virginia. And man, he was just in tears and he said, "This is my new song." He said, "This is me." He said, "Man, I've been in and out of, the penitentiary." And he said, "Man, and now I'm telling people about Jesus." He said, "I promise this song is my life." Now, and also they're using it at, the Celebrate Recoveries. The guy told me, he said during the chapel service, they kicked their chapel service off with this song. So, this is what I'm talking about. I love, man, the Good Morning Mercy tune, that we released before this. That
Hmm.
thing is still hitting and growing and doing the deal. Um, this song right here is getting down in the down to the roots of some people, and I'm excited about this. It's just ministry.
Absolutely. And I feel like there's probably some of those same themes in Good Morning Mercy and God Can Use a Broken Man that comes from that album, Good Morning Mercy as well. And it's just, you're starting to pick out the songs and weave that story and kind of help with the singles, but it's all there in the album too. So
It really is. It's like we wanted to write, the other tune. We wanted to write something to where you go, you fling open the blinds in the morning, and just realize, let the sun beat on your face and realize His mercies are made new every morning. This is that the the night before. Hey, I'm pulling you out. So I love it. So
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I know that you mentioned when we started, but also you've been out on the road a lot, last month and this month. And do you want to just talk a little bit about why it's important for you to be out on the road and not just, so you can share the music and obviously from the the touring aspect of it, but being able to connect and things like that.
Absolutely. We have been on the road a lot this year, probably more this year than ever before. This last month, I think I set a record of being out. This
Okay.
um, for me, I usually don't do that many dates, but there's been a lot going on, and I'm so excited about it. This message, we put this record out. Um, the message that we have in this right now, I just feel very, very compelled. I feel like it's timely. I feel like we're commissioned right now to put this record out and these songs out. I feel like God has kind of laid the roadmap for us. Um, and that's probably the reason that we didn't get this song until now. I just think who knew? I mean, God, God is so awesome. I mean, just think about when the lady went to the well that day, and here she is going when nobody else is there. She's an outcast. Um, she has to go in during the hottest part of the day to get something, the water that she needed. And Jesus was waiting on her. My favorite part of that is he was waiting there for her. He had already picked out the time he was going to be there, and he had already gotten there, and he had already manipulated everything to work. I hate using manipulated. I just think he knew she was coming.
Hmm.
She'd be there, and he done showed up and changed everything. And the scripture that says we are overcomers by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. I love that because here we are. She is really coming in contact with the true Messiah, the true Jesus, the one that loves like nobody else, the one that is amazing. And he's out of all the people, he handpicked her. He knew she was in need, and he got there before her and was waiting on her. That thing gets me right there. I mean, I love it. And so she finds him. So that's kind of the thing for me is that God, I feel like, has lined these concerts out, the tour dates out, the songs out, the album that we have out.
Hmm.
So it's exciting. We'll go set up and we'll be waiting on them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You've talked a little bit about the timeliness of this album and some of this music that you have out right now, but what else to you kind of makes this project stand out compared to your previous, works and projects?
Well, I think your music should progress and find avenues, new venues, new. You know what I'm saying? I think the neatest thing about and the funnest thing about being an artist is reinventing yourself and doing stuff that's in your heart maybe you didn't get to do before.
Hmm.
Maybe going a direction that you've always wanted to and you've needed to, and or maybe you feel called to that now. Um, Again, I know that we keep going back to timing, but maybe it wasn't my timing before. Maybe God's timing is right now. And we are seeing a lot of great things take place with this record. It sonically, it's a little different, not much. I mean, if you listen to all of my stuff in the previous, I think actually now I'm just with the help of some other artists. It's just the music is kind of current in the vein of what I've always wanted to go after. So
Hmm.
now was my opportunity to seize. I haven't changed me. It's just, thank God, the timing is right.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know we're getting close to the end here, so I just want to leave you with the opportunity to share. I think honestly, what I've heard you say on this is all about God's timing, and so I just want you to have the opportunity to share a message about what God's timing has looked like for you, and how you hope that the listeners kind of see that, hear that, feel that in the music that they're hearing from you.
Well, there's a certain points in life. There's career
Mhm.
timing in career. There's also timing in life things such as a spouse, such as school and job and children.
Mhm.
There's God's perfect timing. You know, he has that right for us, and I don't think there's any coincidences in life. I really don't. I think that I think that there is a right and wrong, uh, but I think that he has that planned out, whether we get in line or not with it. But for me, timing, I met my wife um 20, let's see, 9 years ago. And I was I was 19 years old, no, 18 years old. She was 16. I met her and I knew her. I knew she was my wife. Of course, the timing wasn't right yet. We dated for 3 years and got married when I was 21. She was
Mhm.
19. Uh, Actually, yeah. And it's just crazy how the timing was right. Um, some people say, man, y'all got married young. We did. Would that have been right for other people? Maybe not. But I was on the road. We had known each other for a long time. We had dated for a long time. And I needed a helpmate. I needed somebody out on the road with me. I loved her I knew I was going to marry her the second day I was with her. I knew, honestly, I do the first day. I really did. I know that sounds crazy, but anyway, we're getting ready to celebrate 26 years this month, in just a few days. Timing was right. Um, my wife and I we were very excited because she was pregnant. Uh, 2 years into our marriage, we had two miscarriages back to back. And all I could think about was, the heartache or whatever. And I would say to my wife, honey, hang on. God's got perfect timing. I don't know where that came from. I guess I was searching for things, searching for words, searching for whatever. And then Ashley, which is my oldest daughter, she's 21. She's
Mhm.
actually out on the road with me, tours with me, sings, comes out on the stage and does some solo work as well. And I'm telling you, God's timing is perfect. Then we had our second child, which was our fourth pregnancy. The timing of God it is perfect. And the reason that I'm sharing these things with you is, don't career wise, I've always wanted to do the style of music that I'm in right now. Had opportunities to do country music, had some big offers to do country music. Nothing wrong with country music. I
Mm.
love country music, listen to it, play it, go to the Grand Ole Opry, and I'll sing a Travis Tritt song and Lee Greenwood, and I'll even do an Aerosmith song every now and then out there, and I love it, but that ain't what I'm called to.
Mhm.
And now, right now, at 47 years old, I had my first, what you would call, real. success at CCM Radio. 47. I don't understand it. Why wasn't it at 32 or 30 or, you know what I mean? But God's timing is perfect. The reason I'm sharing all this with you is don't get frustrated in the process. The process prepares you for the position. Life prepares you for the stage that you're going to get on. Whether it's disappointment, whether it's frustrating, whether you feel like you're beating your head against the wall, don't get frustrated with the process. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will get you. In other words, it says he will direct your path. And let's just put it there, and then go. He will get you to where he wants you to be. And I think that's the message that I would say for sure today.
Absolutely. I just want to thank you again, Jason, for taking the time to chat with us. I've really enjoyed getting to hear more about your heart behind the music and all the fun stuff that's happening for you right now.
Well, thank you for having me on. Jesse, I appreciate it so much.